Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best shooting guards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM right now. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 14,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with number 10, I'm going to go with Bruce Bowen. I think he's an absolutely awesome 3-and-D option with a smooth release and really good defensive ability. The season 1 50-win clutch time reward, I do believe clutch time online, 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, hot spots from almost everywhere outside the 3-point line. Looking at the badges, silver catch and shooting corner specialist, and then all defense outside of that. Really good perimeter, great interior defender as well. 85 shot 3, 78 speed, 75 excel. This is a legitimately usable card. 65 driving dunk as well. He is an absolutely elite lock. One of the best defensive shooting guards in the game. Offensively, he is limited. He's only a shooter pretty much, but I do think he's a really nice card. Has a good release as well. Big fan of Bruce Bowen. Klay Thompson is honestly very similar to Bruce. I would say they're pretty close to the same card. Klay is just slightly better, especially as a shooter, much better shooter, has silver limitless range. Defensively, you could honestly say that they're basically about the same. Honestly, Bruce Bowen maybe even a bit better. Similar speed, similar dunking. Klay is a better shooter. They have pretty similar releases as well. I do like Klay as a card. I just don't think he's noticeably better than Bruce Bowen to the point of being higher than number 9. But I do think he honestly is a pretty good card. Number 8, I'm going with Kyle Korver. Pure shooting. I understand statistically, stat and badge wise, this card is not as good as Klay Thompson or Bruce Bowen, but he's the best shooter in the game. I will stand by that. I mean, besides maybe Steph Curry, he's the best shooter in the game. 91 shot 3, shooting badges are absolutely absurd. I understand nothing else this card does really is particularly good. He's not a good defender. He's just a bad all-around card, but he's an insane shooter with one of the most unstoppable releases I have ever seen. A massive player with the 2, which does help him defensively, and he's got the Curry slide. He is an absolute cheese. This card is just unstoppable almost as a shooter. He does nothing else particularly great, but he's so great as a shooter that some people would have him higher than number 8. Like, I legitimately think people think this card is better than that. I do not enjoy playing this card. I don't look at this card and go, oh, he's okay. I don't like playing against it because he's frustrating, but defensively he is very poor and he's not athletic, and he can be very limited at times. But as a shooter, I mean, he is a nightmare to guard, which deserves him a top 10 spot despite not being good at anything else. Latrell Sprewell is going to come in at number 8. Or number 7, I should say. One of the most well-rounded shooting guards in the game. 6'5" with a 6'8" wingspan, 80 shot 3, 80 driving dunk, 85 perimeter, 83 lateral, 83 steal. Good interior defender, decent speed. Nice all-around badges include gold blinders, silver agent 3 and catch and shoot, silver bailout, break starter, handles for days, gold clamps, silver challenger, chase stars, glove interceptor, pick dodger, pogo stick, and posterizer. Key badges in every specific area. Moves pretty well. Really nice smooth release. Normal fade is great, and he's athletic. I like this card defensively. He's a more versatile 3-and-D card than Klay and Bruce Bowen. Even though he's got similar speed to them, definitely play makes better than those guys as well. And I think he's a really good option as a do-it-all budget shooting guard. Not budget, he's 70K, but like, he's not absurdly expensive. Clyde Drexler is free, and he's a top 6 shooting guard in the game, so that's not too bad. Clyde is a monster as well, man. 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, 85 speed and excel. 73 shot 3, 90 vertical, 95 driving dunk. Defensively, he's solid on the perimeter as well. Overall, just a really good card. Definitely deserves a spot decently high on this list, man. I mean, he's a really solid all-around card. Badges are pretty good. Bronze handles for days. Very athletic, decent defender. Has a very nice release. Super fast at the shooting guard position. Does have the tray escape, which is that misdirection that's really nice. And overall, just a really good card. And I think he moves really well in my team as well. Like, I'm a big fan of Clyde. Does a lot of things really well in the game, but he's not unbelievable as a card. Like, he's not truly dominant. He's 3 balls a little bit low, but the release is super smooth. I think he's a good enough card to be top 6. I think 6 is fair. Honestly, I think that's a good spot for him. Vince, I'm going to put it number 5. I do believe he is an absolute dog as well. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, 85 speed and excel, 86 shot 3, 98 driving dunk, defensively similar to Clyde. He's basically a better version of Clyde. They have similar releases. Vince is just more complete badge-wise, better shooting and playmaking badges. They're both elite slashers. Clyde does have the better player build, which does help him out a bit defensively, but Vince is a better offensive card. Overall, a better option. I think he does deserve the number 5 spot. Slightly better card than Clyde Drexler. Number 4, I'm going with Devin Booker. Booker is a card that will be in my lineup for a very long time because of how good he is offensively. Until we get another elite elite scorer. I will have Steph Curry starting and Devin Booker coming off the bench because I need shot creators. And this card, even though it only has 79 speed and excel, he's a super mediocre defender, not an incredible slasher, although he is pretty good, is one of the best couple playmakers in the game. His movement is really decent. His release is absurd, and his fade creates unbelievable separation. He is, if you have played against a good Devin Booker user, y'all know what I'm talking about. I would consider myself a pretty good Devin Booker user. This card is dangerous in the right hands. If y'all have watched me play in some unlimited games, a lot of triple threat stuff, a lot of the stuff that I do that's not gameplays, like on my streams, if y'all watch my streams, y'all know how good this D-Book card, if y'all have played some competitive type guys, Devin Booker is one of the best cards in the game. Really, really good. You could even argue that number 4 is too low, to be honest. Tracy McGrady at number 3. I would prefer Devin Booker over Tracy McGrady personally for the way I use my lineup, because I put Jason Kidd at point guard next to Booker, and I didn't lock in T-Mac, but T-Mac is undebatably an incredible card. 6'8", 7'2" wingspan, 85 speed and excel, 89 shot 3, 90 driving dunk, capable defender, especially with the player build, 6'8", 7'2" wingspan. That helps him out a ton defensively. He's a much better card on paper than Booker. Booker moves better and does have just as good, if not better, of a release, but T-Mac's release is still great. Movement is still decent and has the normal leaner. A really, really good card still in my team. T-Mac is a great option at the shooting guard position and a top 3 shooting guard in my team. If you locked him in, he is going to be a very good option for a long time. Dr. J is at number 2. Not a card that I personally have, but I think he is probably your second best shooting guard in the game. 6'7" with a 6'11" wingspan, 86 speed and excel, 98 driving dunk, 80 standing dunk, 85 perimeter, 85 lateral, 79 interior, 73 ball is low, but his release is money. This John Wall base is one of the fastest bases in the game this year. Rudy Gay upper is elite. Movement is really nice. MJ dribble style, not as good as last year's as it was last year, but still very good. He's a versatile defender with good defensive badges, capable playmaker with silver handles for days, and super athletic finisher, half posterizer. Money release, super fast, better overall card than Vince Carter. Vince is a slightly better shooter, but I would say Dr. J's release is better, and he's a better defender. I just think he's a better option at shooting guard. But I am still giving the number 1 spot to Brandon Roy. I do believe this B-Roy is still probably your best all-around shooting guard in the game. Amazing release, super fast, really nice defender, capable 3-point shooter, 90 driving dunk, has a money of release, shooting badges. Well, every badge actually is upgradable on this card. That's the huge plus about Brandon Roy that you literally don't get with any other card in the game right now at the shooting guard position, is the fact that he is going to give you that ability to get every single badge. I think that's really, really useful, and I think that's something that people overlook a bit, because I can give anchor and clamps and interceptor to Brandon Roy, and a lot of these other shooting guards don't get all those cards. I could upgrade all of his badges to gold or even to Hall of Fame if I wanted to. Still has a money release, still has good movement, nice between the legs, good behind the back, dunks the ball incredibly well, and normal leader is an incredible leaner. He's still a great, great card, and I do think B-Roy is probably your best shooting guard in the game. So that is going to do it for this video. Let me know how y'all would rank the shooting guard position right now. I'd love to hear y'all's opinions, but this is how I personally would do it right now. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.